disappointing. It's incredibly disappointing is the reality, and I think that hopefully the fact that it's gone this far will make the banks collectively think about the way that they form their conditions of each and every account, and really bring it back to the consumer, because the consumers are facing more and more regulation, as are the banks, and hopefully I think that they'll just take a more reasonable and proportionate approach to charges.
It is a deterrent. I think people will still go past their overdrafts, but if people do go past their overdrafts, they shouldn't have a problem because they're going back on the agreement they made initially with the bank. Yes, it seems unfair that we should be charged, but at the end of the day, it's also not fair for the lender because they need to cover their costs as well.
No, I don't think it is the right idea at all. People have been, coming in and out of the red, for a long time before without charge. And I think they'd either have to step it in very gradually and let people be very aware of that and be very open with it for it to be a good idea.
And they charge something like £35 a day for each day that passes that it's not paid. And it's just, if you're a decent customer, it's just completely absurd. And, I really wish I had enough that I could just say, well, I'm taking my business elsewhere. There's nothing wrong with a bit of penalization, I do agree, but I think it's totally excessive. I think it's definitely excessive.
If a customer knows they have no money and they're still trying to draw money from an account, then that's wrong. But if, as I was sort of saying, they think they've transferred money across and to pay for anything, to pay for an automatic debit for a credit card every month, and it's because of the bank's process, it's still pending, and they get charged an overdraft for that. I think that's the sort of stuff the bank needs to look at more closely, whether they would charge.
Let's say if it happens in a time that you go overdrawn one night, they charge you a lot of money, and I think they use your money to invest, and I think that's enough what they're getting.
I don't have an overdraft, so they allowed people to take some payment from my account, and then they charge me because I exceeded overdraft. It's about £30, £35, something like that.
If you've been recklessly spending, then you should pay for it. Of course, the bank should have a system where they could automatically stop it so that you wouldn't be able to spend.